Welcome back to another video with me, your host, Kenny Friesen. And if you guys have been following along, please hit that like and subscribe button if you're new here. If you are not new here, I love you for all the love and support. And if you guys could, please hit that share button and share this to one of your friends. I believe if you like it, they'll like it too. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. Thank you and have a great day. What is her problem? I just asked what happened. Like I found her practically dead on the ground. I walked away from the room Adora was in. I went inside another room as I sat on top of the table. I was so worried. The memory went back to my head, to when I found Adora missing. I ran out of the room as I checked around the hall. Catra, what's wrong? I heard Scorpia behind me. Adora got out. Call the alarm so one of the guards can get her. She can't escape, I shouted. All right. Scorpia urgently left. Scorpia left as I ran to the trap door. She must be there, if she wants to escape quickly without anyone knowing. When I got there, I stopped dead in my tracks. I saw her. Adora, I questioned as I walked slowly. Don't be Adora. Don't be Adora. I looked closer to see the person I was hoping it not to be. Damn it. I ran to her as I fell on my knees, my arms going around her to flip her over. Ah! She was electric. She just sparked me. Though she was so pale. She's really pale, as if she looked dead. What happened to her? I checked her pulse to see if she was breathing, and it was very light. Shit! Adora, stay with me! You hear me? I shouted. She opened her eyes slowly as I saw her try. Catra. Those words hit me hard for some reason. I couldn't take it as I grabbed her. I carried her as she was on my back. Hold on, Adora, I told her. I ran to one room where she wouldn't be found. My room. I went to my room as I put her on the bed. Damn it, Adora. All you had to do was stay still. And now you're like this for some reason. I angered. She looks like a dead person. What do I do? She's not breathing. Oh my freaking god, why can't she stay still? Catra. I turned around to find Scorpia. Hey, what's wrong? You're crying. She rushed to me. I'm what? I touched my cheeks to feel it wet. Forget it. Why is she here? Scorpia said. She was looking at Adora as I faced her as well. She looks so white. What happened? She asked. I don't know. Her pulse is down and she's been electrified. Like, when I touch her, I get zapped. I don't know what to do, I shouted. Okay, calm down. Put down this blanket over her, Scorpia said as she grabbed my blanket and put it on top of Adora. Now, for her pulse, let me go get something, Scorpia said as she left. As she left, I cleared my face. I sighed as I looked up. Adora was now shaking. She was shaking as she had no more air. What's going on? I stand up as I went closer to her. She was moving as she put her hand on her throat, but her eyes were closed. Then she stopped. I went closer to her nose to see if she was breathing. Nothing! Nothing! What do I do? She's not breathing! I panicked. I turned around. Where the hell is Scorpia? I turned back to Adora. Okay, we had one of these classes. If your partners weren't breathing, I told myself. But I didn't go to that damn class, I shouted. I punched the wall as I tried to calm myself down. Okay, now we just need to remember what Shadow Weaver said. Fucking hate her, but useful right now, I yelled. Put both hands together on the chest, Mind Shadow Weaver said. I put both my hands on her chest. Now you have to push down where the heart is so you can bring it back to pumping. I put my hands there. Many times I did it while I gritted my teeth together. It's not working. Adora is dying and I have no freaking idea what the hell I'm supposed to do. Another way is while doing that for 10 seconds, hold their nose, go to their mouth, and breathe in and take out your air, pushing it inside of them. Mind Shadow Weaver explained. I waited 10 seconds as I was pushing my hands against her chest. 10 seconds, okay. We finished as I went down to Adora's face as I was holding her breath. I can't believe I'm doing this. I put my mouth on hers as I breathed in and took my air out, putting it into her body. Her lips were so soft and cold and electrifying. After I did that, she started to breathe again. Her pulse was back in place. Relief flowed through me as I fell to the ground next to her. I touched my lips with my fingers as I looked at her. "I'm back," Scorpia yelled as I flinched. "You okay?" Scorpia looked at me. "I'm fine. Just fix her." I turned away. Scorpia did, and what Scorpia had to do was put a mask on top of Adora's face, which helped her breathe much better. "Don't worry too much," she said. "She'll be okay, Wildcat," Scorpia said, sitting next to me. "Wildcat?" I looked at her. "My nickname for you," she smiled. "Wildcat. Huh. Whatever. I'm going to get some fresh air," I said, walking away. "Let me just take this off of her and I'll be out of there as well," she said as she went back towards her. I walked out of the room and headed towards the balcony. I continued to touch my lips. "What was that?" I questioned. I sighed. "She really is something so daring." I shook my head. "You seem pretty sketchy back there," Scorpia came. "What do you mean? Did something happen while I was gone?" she asked. "No, but I have a question. Scorpia is the only person that would listen to me right now. What if one person wants the other person, but the other person doesn't think it will work out?" "Ah, unrequited love. Ah, so sweet," she said. "Unrequited love?" I asked. "Yeah, where two people like each other, but they can't be together, but sometimes they always end up with each other in the end," she explained. "Is that like me and Adora?" "Well, Adora is with damn Glimmer now. Unrequited love. It's so beautiful." "How is it beautiful?" I questioned. "They aren't together, so how the hell is that beautiful?" "Because they're understanding of each other, and because they understand each other over more in the end. You know, it brings them to fall in love even more. You know," she said. "I think I'm gonna go back inside," I said. "Too much detail?" she questioned. "No, just want to check up on her," she said as she walked away. "Bye, Wildcat," she smiled. I sighed. I have to go back, don't I? I questioned myself. Fuck! I need to get out of here. Even though there's a nice bed and everything, Bright Moon needs a She-Ra. I turned to see Catra coming back. "Tell me where you were. I swear." "Catra, I'm fine. Adora, I found you dead," she shouted. "What? Did Hordak put you in level 10? I usually took level 3. "Well, I'm alive now," I mumbled. "You're lucky to be alive," she said. "Catra, if you're just going to argue with me, why the hell am I even here?" She froze. "Shadow Weaver is gone from here. Hordak has my sword. What do you need me for then? Tell me," I shouted, finally being able to stand. "I want you to feel the same pain I felt when you left me," she glared at me. "This again? I'm done feeling guilty for you after everything you've done." I walked up to her. "The woods, huh? When we were in the woods, did you feel anything?" she said, coming closer. Did I feel anything? Of course I did. No. Don't you dare lie to me, Adora. Catra, I'm kinda seeing someone now, I smiled in annoyance. I'm not actually with Glimmer, but I did tell her I would give us a chance. Sparkles? She laughed. Her name is Glimmer, not Sparkles. I tilted my head. Seconds later, I was pulled into someone's embracement. Her embracement. She wrapped her arms around me and her head on my chest. I freaking hate you, Adora, she said, shaking her head. I didn't know what to do as my whole body moved on its own. It was like I wasn't even controlling it. My arms wrapped around her as my head fell on her shoulders. Adora? I didn't say anything as I didn't want to say something. She pulled me closer to her. What the F is going on? We were in each other's embracements for a moment. Adora, stay. I don't know what to say. My arms pulled her closer to me. She smells so nice. What the heck am I thinking? Throwing away dirty thoughts. Catra, I said, breathing in the silence. No. What? I'm not letting go. I felt my face heating up. I'm gonna die. We stayed in the position till Catra pulled herself on top of me, as we both fell on top of the bed while I was still holding her. Standing too much. It's gonna hurt your legs, she said with her face on my chest. I laughed. Whoa, I didn't know how much you care, I teased. Shut up, stupid, she said. So, you're so awkward, she laughed. She showed her face as she laughed. She looked so cute. OMG, not this again. Be gone, you thoughts. I turned my head as I laughed. I couldn't face her because of my thoughts. Adora, Catra said. I turned my head into the pillow as I hid my face. Hey, look at me! No, 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 no. I kept my face on the pillow as she kept trying to turn my face towards her. Adora, stop it and look at me. No, I'm going to die. I felt my face becoming so red. Why does she have to look so hot? Adora! She was on top of me, of course, but my face was still on top of the pillow. No, I whined. No what? She shouted as she grabbed my arm. No, I complained. She grabbed my arm as she was trying to turn me around. My face was heated, and I was really trying hard to calm down. Adora! Catra, I said as I threw the pillow. Look at me. What for? Because you're trying to avoid looking at me. Pff, am not, I said as I didn't notice my head coming out of the pillow. Ha! She said as she grabbed my face and turned it towards her. Shit! Oh my god. That's why you didn't want to look at me, she laughed as she noticed my blush. I got a little irritated by that. I grabbed her face and flipped her over as she was now under me. Oh, Catra, it's not good to laugh at the person you like, I teased. What? Poof, I don't like you, she said. Really? She smirked. I went closer as I licked her. Gah! She screamed as she fell. I thought she screeched. I'm the only one that can lick me, she whined. I laughed as my body fell backwards. I rested myself there for a moment, till I saw Catra on top of me. Don't get too comfortable there, princess, she smirked. Princess? OMG, that's so corny, I laughed. You have been rubbing off on me, she snarled. I sat up, as Catra was now on my lap. I didn't mean to move, but I did, as Catra was now frozen, and her cheeks were red. I didn't say anything because I can feel mine heating up as well. She didn't move. I didn't move. We were just frozen. I couldn't help as my eyes went to her lips. I don't know, but something in me wants to feel them. As I went closer to her, she stood like I saw her, confused. I looked into her eyes as she looked into mine. Adora, Catra. That was the last thing I said as I moved closer to her. She tilted her head as I cupped one side of her cheek with one of my hands. My lips touched hers. As we connected, I melted into the kiss as I pulled her in closer. She had her arms around my neck as my arms were around her waist. As my lips moved with hers, I felt her. I felt the connection, the spark. The kiss was electric as our lips moved together. It was like we didn't want to part at all. My arms pulled her in more as I bit her lip. Adora! What was that, kitten? I hate you, she panted. I kissed her again as we connected. Hey, Catra! OMG! I'm so sorry for disturbing, Scorpio said as she came in, and then quickly slammed the door. Oh my freaking god, Catra cursed under her breath. I laughed as I couldn't hold it in. Stop laughing, Catra complained. I can't.